With the holidays right around the corner, it can be a very scary time, a lot of temptations. We might be kind of tempted to even say, well, we're going to put everything on hold until after the holidays. Once again, New Year's resolutions, we can start over, right? Well, this is going to kind of focus on ways for you not to give up that healthy lifestyle, especially if you're on a roll, especially if you're doing really good right now, how to not jeopardize your progress. And to do it in a way where you don't feel that guilt, where you don't feel like you've done anything wrong. We're going to kind of just walk our way through this in such a way that it's going to just make perfect sense by the time we're done. Okay? So, holiday facts. The average person eats in that one Thanksgiving meal 3,000 to 4,500 calories. That's probably not even taking into account the leftovers we have the next day. So it's very important then for us to be mindful of that and know that, because that's a whole lot of calories. That's like 2-3 days worth of calories. Only about 12% of Americans can make it through the holidays without any weight gain. And the average person will gain about 6 pounds between Thanksgiving and New Year's. So that is key to trying to handle how we're going to do this. So we ask ourselves, is it even possible that we can make it through the holidays without gaining weight? Well, we have to stay in that healthy mode, and we have to be able to look at life as this is life, this is realistic. So how are we going to deal with all of these temptations that come our way? So I've put together a list of kind of the keys to success. I want to kind of put this into perspective and kind of give you the tools you need so that you can enjoy the holidays and still stay in that healthy frame of mind. It's going to depend a lot on, number one, planning ahead. You know the holidays are coming. You know they're right around the corner. Planning is key. Number two, defining your expectations. In some cases, maybe even redefining your expectations, at least during this time of the year. Number three, take control. The things that you can control, the things that you are in charge of, take control of that and make the best of that. Number four, as always, as you're doing right now, make those healthy choices. Number five, stay active. We get really busy, lots of things going on, lots of activities, but keep your routine. Number six, take the focus off the food. We always think Thanksgiving, we think Thanksgiving meal. Thanksgiving is a time to spend with friends, family, be grateful for what we have. Focus on what's important. Number seven, at the end of the day, accept the consequences. Whatever happens, happens. You made a choice, accept the consequence. And number eight, once it's all done and over, get back on track. Don't use it as an excuse to continue those habits. Just get right back on track next meal. Okay. So this presentation is going to be filled with my Jordanisms, as I call them. All of these little sayings that you're probably familiar with. I've probably said them 1,000 times, but these are kind of very true sayings that really, really impact our mindset. So number one, let's talk about planning ahead. And my little Jordanism here is failing to plan is equal to planning to fail. So if we're going to start planning, what kind of tips do we need? Number one, you know that the holidays are coming. Stay on track ahead of time. Right now, this is your time then to do your best. Really, really stay on track as it gets closer and closer to that holiday. Keep your healthy habits, keep your healthy eating, and know that you're making a difference right now for something that may deter you a little bit later. Search for recipes that are diet friendly. If you're going to be the one making the meal, look for recipes that maybe lighten them up. I make like my pumpkin pie. I use Splenda or stevia in my pumpkin pie instead of sugar, and it makes a big difference as far as calories. The people who come over and eat probably don't even realize that it has Splenda, but that's my recipe. That's what I do. So look for those recipes that are diet friendly. And that way it won't affect your meal quite as much. Look for things that keep you active. Like, there's a turkey trot in town. Every Thanksgiving morning, early in the morning, there's like a little 5K turkey trot. Sign up for that. Start your day with some activity. That way it kind of makes up a little bit for the eating you're going to do a little later. Plan the menu ahead of time. If you're going to be the one that makes the meal, plan your menu. Include in that menu more healthy options. Again, lighten those recipes. Instead of the green bean casserole, maybe making fresh green bean almondine, something a little different, a little healthier. But look for that, look for those recipes and plan your menu ahead of time. But most importantly, I think you need to prepare your mindset. I mean, I think it all comes down to your attitude going into the holidays. If you go into the holidays with an attitude of, oh, well, I'm going to gain weight. Oh, well, too bad. Then that's already setting yourself up for that failure. You need to go in there positive. You need to go in there knowing that it may not be the best time to say, I'm going to lose 10 pounds, but it might be the right time to say, you know what, I'm not going to gain 10 pounds, So go in there with a positive mindset and not already with a defeated attitude that, this is just not going to be positive after all. Okay, number 2, defining those expectations. And as I was saying a little while ago, when you have a healthy lifestyle, there's no timeouts. It's not like, okay, time out, it's a holiday, so today I'm not going to be healthy. A healthy lifestyle is a healthy lifestyle, and that's how you live. So you have to be able to incorporate these events into that healthy lifestyle and not just call it a timeout and do whatever you want that day. We have to work with what we have. So some tips for this. Number 1, kind of look back at how far you've come. Or maybe you're just beginning your journey and trying to get healthy. But look at where you are, look at where you started, evaluate your progress, think ahead. Where do you want to be 3 months from now, 6 months from now, a year from now? Reevaluate your goals. If your goal is, I want to lose 4 pounds, 5 pounds every month, well, Thanksgiving time and Christmas time may not be conducive to that. So be ready to kind of reevaluate that and say, you know what, I don't care if I don't lose those 5 pounds in November, but if I can lose 1, or if I can just not lose, I'm going to go backwards there. If I can not gain, then that's going to be a win-win. Okay, so you got to kind of maybe reevaluate your goals, kind of decide what is your goal for November and December. Don't try to lose weight. Don't set your mind on, I want to lose weight. If you lose weight, great. Keep doing what you're doing. And if you manage your meals correctly and all the temptation around you correctly, maybe you will. But don't go in there expecting to lose weight during the holiday time. Your goal may be, like I said, maybe maintaining or minimizing how much you gain may become the goal for these next 2 months. And after all, this is real life. There are holidays. When it's not holidays like this, then it's birthdays or graduations or vacations. And you still have to find a way to have a healthy lifestyle during that time also. It's not like a time out for my birthday, time out for Christmas, time out for this vacation. If you do that, then every day will be a time out. And before you know it, it's not a healthy lifestyle anymore. So get rid of the time out idea. Okay. All right. Next, take control. I've said this many times to many people. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be better. So it doesn't have to be a perfect day, a perfect, I did this, I ate well, I exercised, I did everything I needed to do. During the holidays, just focus on what you can control and just try to be better. So some tips for this. If there's any way that you can control your environment, do it. If you can have Thanksgiving at your place where you planned the meal and you made the food and you made the recipes, it's a lot easier for you to feel like you controlled whatever was on that table. And then you can then control whatever you put into yourself. But you need to be able to control your environment. Now, if you're not going to eat at home, if you're going to go somewhere, or if you're going to go to family's house, maybe take a dish. You make a dish that you like, that's healthy, that's friendly, diet friendly, that even if all the other stuff there is bad, at least I can have some of this and feel like I had some control of that meal. Again, lighten up those recipes. If you can find a way to make your recipes lighter, do so. Plan your day. Okay. Don't wake up on Thanksgiving morning, start making food, not have a plan. What's your day going to look like? You're going to spend this time eating, you're going to spend this time walking, you're going to spend this time cleaning, but plan your day out so that you don't have those moments in the day where you're just kind of sitting there grazing on whatever's left over. Avoid the triggers. If family and stress kind of is an emotional trigger for you and you're going to be, kind of eating more, kind of know that ahead of time going into it and try to avoid the triggers. Try to, if there's temptations, things that tempt you, put them out of sight, out of mind. So look for the triggers around you and try to avoid that as much as possible. Again, it's not always under our control. Stress, family, conflicts, but some of those things, control the things that you can control. Now, let's see. Make healthy choices. Number 4. So I've said this many times as well. We don't do cheat days. Okay. We do what's called planned indulgences. Cheat days imply a couple of things. Number 1, loss of control. When you cheat, you've lost control. Number 2, guilt. When you cheat, you feel guilty, you feel bad. Why did I do that? I shouldn't have done that. When you do a planned indulgence, you're in control. You plan that indulgence. You know it's happening. You pay for it ahead of time. Maybe you go to the gym 2 or 3 days in a row, maybe a little extra workout here and there, knowing that it's coming. And then you plan to have that indulgence. You give yourself permission to have that indulgence, and you don't feel guilty. There's no guilt involved with that. You did what you set out to do. You paid for it in such a way, and there's no reason to feel guilt. So we don't do cheat days. We do planned indulgences. Some tips for making healthy choices. Watch your portion size. So here's the thing. You never see at any grocery store those big, huge oval paper plates until this time of year. And that's what we serve ourselves on. We get this giant, big, oval-shaped plate that we would never have used otherwise, and we fill it up with whatever's on that table. The bigger the plate, the bigger the portions, the more likely you are to try to finish it or at least eat more of it than you would have. So keep your plate small. Use a small plate. Fill that plate first with the healthiest options first. Look at the table. What's on there that is the healthiest? Get some of that. Okay, then put the rest of the stuff on there. Minimize the snacking. If you're cooking, minimize the snacking while you cook. If you're waiting for the food to be ready, minimize that little whatever snacks are around you while you're waiting for the meal. Choose more of the protein and vegetables. You know the stuff that you're not supposed to have. I mean, you look at the table, you see the sweets, you see the breads, you see the carbs. Doesn't mean you can't have any, okay? But again, pick that one thing. Pick that one dish that you cannot imagine having Thanksgiving without. That dish, get yourself your serving that you would have had anyway. The rest of it, get a little piece, get a little taste. Okay, you can have your one must-have and then a little taste of everything else. Probably a lot of the calories from Thanksgiving come from what we drink. Soda, sweet teas, wine, alcohol, beer, whatever we're drinking has a lot of calories as well. If you already know you want this serving of whatever, and you know that has a lot of calories, don't drink your calories. Drink sparkling seltzer, drink water, unsweetened iced tea, but don't drink the calories. Save the calories for what you really want them for. Don't go back for seconds. Once you have your meal, enjoy your meal. You had it, you tasted it, you got some. That's it. We're done for Thanksgiving. All those leftovers, get everybody those oval plates and let them all take some of it to go. Okay, we don't want that in the house because we're going to have them again tomorrow. So if we're going to use 3,000 to 4,500 calories today, and we do the same thing on those big oval plates again tomorrow, that's 2 Thanksgivings that you just had. So get rid of those leftovers. Let people take them with themselves. Take it out of the house. Just take it. Okay, number 5, staying active. This is not an all or none situation. And this is something that I feel mindset, again, going into this holiday. Like I said, there's no timeouts, kind of this same kind of idea. It's not an all or nothing. It's not, I'm either on a diet or I'm not on a diet and I don't do anything at all. It's about balance. It's about balance. And part of that balance is balancing our intake with our exercise. So again, staying active during this time of year, keeping those routines, going to the gym. So keep those routines, that early turkey trot, plan those early activities early in the day when people aren't at the house yet, when you don't have to worry about cleaning, when you don't have to worry, put the turkey in the oven and go for a walk, go do some activity early in the day. After you eat, rather than doing that kind of post-turkey nap, get up, go outside, take a walk. Number one, it helps digestion. Number two, that sugar that you already ate that your body may not be used to having quite as much, you start to use up. So go use up some of that sugar ahead of time so that you don't have to then worry later about kind of storing all that sugar as fat. Okay, let's get that walk right after eating. And then go in it also with the idea that, okay, today is a little bit different. Today I have things to do. I have family here. I cannot go to the gym. I cannot do this. But tomorrow is a different day. Tomorrow, plan that activity. Plan to be a little more active than you would have been to kind of make up for what happened today. Now, I like to throw in this little fact, not quite a Jordanism, but it's a little fact. It would take a 35-mile walk to burn off your typical Thanksgiving meal. So people who say, well, it's okay, I'm just going to go for a walk today, or I'm going to, I ate all this, but I'm going to walk it off. It would take 35 miles to walk that off. So keep that in mind, okay? Number 6, focus on what's important. Again, I've said this many times, it's not always about the number on the scale. There's lots of other things that we need to focus on when we're trying to get healthy, and it's not about the number on the scale. Sometimes it's about our health. It's other numbers, cholesterol numbers, blood pressure numbers. But in this case, it's about family and friends. What is the holiday about? It's about, feeling grateful for what we have. It's about sharing time, getting to know people that maybe we haven't talked to in a while, who live from far away, coming to visit. Focus on that. Make the holiday what it's supposed to be. All too often, like I said, we associate Thanksgiving with the food. Could we have Thanksgiving and not have a turkey meal? You could, but we don't associate that. So you need to start changing how you associate thinking about Thanksgiving and what you're looking forward to. Instead of looking forward to the meal, why not look forward to sharing that time with friends and family? Got to change that up here. It changes up here. So, like I said, focus on those relationships, build new relationships, strengthen those relationships, de-emphasize the food factor. Try not to even, I don't know. I know it's hard, but going into the holiday scene, try not to focus on all the smells and all the food in front of you and everything that's happening in the background. Spend that time with family and friends and really look around and see what are you grateful for? What is this holiday really about? Next here. Then, okay, it's done and over with. Okay, accept your consequences. Make your choices. Accept your consequences. There's no guilt in taking control. You took control of this holiday. You did what you were going to do. And even if you indulged, and it was a planned indulgence, but maybe it was an overindulgence, there's no guilt. You need to take control of this. You need to give yourself permission to have this one day to do these things, not as a cheat day, but in such a way that you are held responsible and accountable for your actions. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what you ate, how much you ate, what you drank, that you should have done this, you would have done that. If it didn't happen, it didn't happen. It's done, it's over with. Accept it and move on. So as I was just saying, giving yourself permission, make your choices, own your actions, accept your consequences, remain accountable, you control the outcome, and there's no guilt. Get back on track. Don't wait till New Year's to make a new resolution. Your resolution starts with your very next choice. You are in control of that as well. There's no excuses. as soon as this holiday's over, get back on track, get back to your routine, get back to the gym, get back to your healthy eating, your meal preps, whatever you were doing, get back to it. It's way too easy to say, okay, well, here's Thanksgiving leftovers the next day, and oh, there's still a few left the next day, and then, well, now there's another holiday party. Now Christmas parties are starting. Now the tamales are coming. Work's full of food again. It's way too easy to say, well, it's just too much going on between now and Christmas. I'll just wait until after Christmas to get back on track. Get on track right away. After all, like I was saying, this is life. I mean, there's always going to be something. There's always going to be some event, some holiday, some birthday, something going on that's going to try to derail you. So if you stay in control and you make your choices, it's a lot easier then to kind of get into that frame of mind that I just want to live a healthy life and this is what it takes to be that, and I'm just going to do it. And again, one of those other Jordanisms, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be better. So my top tips for success: prepare, 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 plan, plan, plan. Continue your routines. Control what you can control. If you can't control it, do your best. Make those good choices. Accept your consequences. Give yourself that positive mindset. You got to keep that positive mindset. It's not oh, well, too bad I already messed up, so too bad. You've got to keep that positive mindset of I'm back on track. I'm back on track. No guilt. No guilt allowed. If you want a copy, I have a healthy holiday recipe book that I put together where I take kind of the typical holiday recipes that are out there, and I changed them up and made them kind of healthier versions. So there's a healthier version for pumpkin pie, a healthier version for, the stuffing, a healthier version for what else is in there? Cranberry sauce, sweet potato casserole, green bean casserole. So there's a lot of different recipes. And if you want a copy of the recipe book, send me email me, send me a message, put it in the chat, and I will make sure you get a copy of that recipe book. So just a little bit about our clinic. If you're a patient, you already know. But if you're not a patient and kind of want to know what we do as far as our weight loss program, we are really we're a unique program in the sense that it's not a one-size-fits-all. It is extremely customized, extremely individualized. But it focuses on 5 things. It focuses on identifying the medical issues that are associated with weight gain and trying to improve the medical issues that are associated with the excess weight. Number 2, it focuses on dietary changes that are realistic and effective. These are dietary changes that you're able to do and not just here's a diet, follow it. Number 3, activity. Our exercise plans, our advice for exercise really, really takes into account any limitations you might have and where you're starting from. Unlike the typical go and walk 30 minutes a day, 5 times a week, not everyone's at that level yet. Some people are actually more, at a higher level. So we really need to start at your comfort level. Number 4, and this is what I think makes us different from a lot of other medical weight loss programs, we really focus on that behavior modification. A lot of the things that were covered in this presentation have to do with that behavior change, that mental mindset change. And we really focus on making those changes to produce those long-term results. And number 5, the tools. All too often, you go and it's like, again, the one-size-fits-all approach. Everybody gets this shot. Everybody gets this pill. Everybody gets this prescription. We really look at all the tools that are available: prescription medication, natural, even non-medical things like counseling and personal training, other tools that might be helpful that really would help you particularly get to your goals. So that's kind of what our program's about. If you're interested in hearing more, you can always go to our website. You can always send us an email at info@jordanmd-epc.com or send us a text or call us at our phone number there, 956-320-9899. Now, if anyone has any questions, I'd be more than happy to answer questions. If you want to unmute yourself, you're welcome to, or if you want to put it in the chat, I can also get questions from the chat. Any questions, any comments, any feedback?
It was great advice, Dr. Jordan. Just wondering, this is Rosie.
Yes,
Just
Rosie.
wondering if there's any way we can have access to this again or not.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm actually going to, I'm going to put it's being recorded, so I'm going to put the recording on a link on the website. So
Okay, perfect.
It'll be on the website, but if you don't see it on the website or you can't find it, I'd be more than happy to email you the copy of the recording.
Okay, perfect. Either way, on the website is good. I can just get on the link that way.
Yes.
But I love the advice and keeping it. I love what you said about it's not it's a lifestyle, so it's not the fact that we can have a cheat day or anything like that, but just to make it a lifestyle. So thank you for the information.
Thank you so much, Rosie. And all too often we've gotten used to that idea of like a cheat day, a cheat meal. We talk about a cheat meal, a cheat day, and a planned indulgence doesn't look any different. That planned indulgence is the same exact meal that we used to call a cheat meal. It's just how we think about it and in how we handle it and how we prepare for it that makes a difference.
The mindset.
The mindset. It's about it's about that mindset. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Well, I thank you guys for joining me today. I really enjoyed doing this, and I want to, like I said, put the link out on our website so other people can benefit from the information. If you know of anybody that would like to see this, I'd be happy to forward you the recording as well. But I thank you guys so much for joining me today. And if there's anything else you need, please feel free to reach out. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and end our webinar now. Thank you.